Hey, everyone, and thank you so much for joining the Team Libra show. Let's go ahead and hit the subscribe and go ahead and click the like button there. Definitely subscribe so you guys can stay updated when I'm bringing in my new content. So, I wanted to just discuss. I think it was either yesterday, I believe, the attorney here on the right. His name is Tyrone A. Blackburn. I heard he was holding a press conference in regards to some of the allegations that was made by some of the people that Sabrina Peterson had sent over to his office. And so I just wanted to basically, because basically he's just regurgitating the attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn, in my opinion. And this video is all just a matter of my opinion, guys. I don't know anyone involved. All I'm doing is just stating what I believe based off of the evidence that's presented. And that's about it. But it's for pure entertainment purposes only. But yeah, let's get started. So Tyrone A. Blackburn, he he's an attorney and he's representing some of the people who Sabrina Peterson sent over to him. So basically, this is, like I said, a continuation of what Sabrina had started in the media about a month or so ago. So anyhow, I was just trying to figure out. So I found a press conference. The press conference was pretty interesting because they had made some allegations. Some of them sound similar, but they did include an 8-year-old little boy. They didn't say how he's involved, but they did say some 8-year-old and the 8-year-old's mother as well. So that seemed pretty interesting. And then to put in a child but not even give any detail was kind of strange. But anyway, so who is this Tyrone A. Blackburn, the attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn? In my opinion, I just really can't trust this guy because, for one, I just don't trust him. I mean, Sabrina Peterson is like basically telling people what to do, how to do this, do that, go to counseling. You got to go make a police report, get in counseling, do this and that. Not because you're injured, not because you feel hurt on the inside, but because she told you to so that you can contact an attorney. And so this whole thing is just like, I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I had just wonder why Tyrone A. Blackburn would want to get involved in such a mess like this. So I wanted to see if Tyrone A. Blackburn is a credible person or who he is. And what I see here is that Tyrone here, he was actually suing Fox Rothschild on behalf of his client, Stephanie Jones. Stephanie Jones was a legal assistant, I believe, for there was an employee of Fox Rothschild, attorney Ian Siminoff, and this girl, Stephanie Jones, has said that Ian Siminoff had basically had a lot of unwanted sexual comments, and he was making different sexual advances, different sexual requests, and just different things like that. So they have filed again a lawsuit. So Tyrone A. Blackburn was representing Stephanie Jones. So when they made these advances, some other advances was, where was that? Yeah, so basically what happens after Stephanie files this lawsuit against Fox Rothschild, and the case was basically thrown out. So Ian Siminoff, the attorney, as soon as Tyrone filed a lawsuit, Fox Rothschild office did fire the attorney Ian Siminoff. And then Stephanie, come to find out, Ian Siminoff has said that him and Stephanie had a consensual relationship for 4 years. So then when she came in, she left the office in 2017, like in June. There's a 2-year limit on that, on limitation. So then she left in June 2017, and she filed the lawsuit December 2019, which goes past her 2 years. Then she was trying to say that she was trying to attach herself to New York or New York City law So then there was this extension that she was trying to get, which they said there was no merit for that. But the attorney was basically trying to say that when they asked him, what does Stephanie Jones have to do with in this whole sexual allegations with Ian Siminoff? What does this have to do with New York? And the only thing that they could produce, the attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn, the only thing that he produced was text messages, some like explicit text messages that was sent by Ian Siminoff to Stephanie. But all of the allegations that she was saying about the unwanted sexual comments and all of these sexual advances and everything that she was alleging, that all of that stuff actually that happened in New Jersey, because she was a legal assistant. Stephanie Jones is a legal assistant in Morristown, New Jersey office. So they were basing claims on New York City state law and New Jersey state laws. So when the U.S. District Judge Susan Wigington, she actually dismissed the claims New Jersey discrimination law as well, because no improper conduct happened after she left in June 2017, and she didn't even file until 2019. So clearly Stephanie Jones was not a victim, but some kind of way this guy here, Tyrone A. Blackburn, I guess he's trying to make his way in society, and he wants to, basically, he just wants to solidify himself as, a main attorney, maybe celebrity attorney, I don't know, or what he's doing, but it just looks like he's just kind of like clout chasing. He did not have, like, this is just basic law 101, and he didn't even know the basic laws in the city, because he's saying he's having her file charges, and then this has nothing to do with New York. And then also he knew that the statute of limitations had run out with the 2 years, but he tried to get it going and get an extension on a technicality of a clause that says she should get 7 additional years, which they said there's no basis for that. So it's just like he got done with that October, the end of October, I seen 2020, so last year. And so now that was only like a few months ago. Now here he is right back at it in the mix with this whole Sabrina Peterson situation. And he did say that he wasn't going to release the people or the clients' names, but he would be presenting evidence. But the evidence, even that he thought that he had evidence against Fox Rothschild, you're going to come up against a big name such as the Rothschilds, and you just basically was half-stepping, and then you're saying that all of these sexual advances and that he put her breast out, Ian Siminoff, and all of these other things, and she didn't get protection in the workplace. But the bottom line is that this lady, Stephanie Jones, had consensual sexual relations with Ian Siminoff for 4 years. Well, they said consensual relationship, so I'm assuming that they had sex, or, they just said relationship, but they had a consensual relationship, at least that I know, for 4 years. So that was proven. And then nothing happened in New York, like any of these advances, but he claims because Ian allegedly was in New York and sent a text message, he should get it on the technicality. And so the judge, like I said, the U.S. District Judge Susan Wigington, she actually dismissed the claims. And then when she dismissed them, this guy had nothing to say. Tyrone, the same attorney that's coming after them hard, he did the same thing against Fox Rothschild. And then when he basically lost, and they were going to let her file an appeal for something about how to make the connection between her getting sexually harassed in New York, besides the text messages that was presented by her attorney. And this guy here, he did not respond. So they says that they tried to get a hold of him for comment. He didn't want to comment, but basically they dismissed it. So that was a loss for him. So basically he wants to come up again. He wants to try it again. He wants to go hard again and try to create a name for himself. He doesn't really have a big following on Instagram or like YouTube, or I'm not YouTube, but Facebook or anything like that. He might have a couple of thousand or so subscribers. So he's definitely trying to solidify himself and make a name for himself and make a reputation. So I say that to say, so now he's making allegations against Tiny, as well as Tiny Harris, as well as T.I. And so if I base it based off of his last judgments on his last case, he's not thorough. He doesn't investigate and do thorough research. And he's full of crap. And to me, he's a clout chaser, just trying to attach his name to anywhere he can and to a celebrity or some high power clients on the basis of discrimination. So he even used the court system. And this girl that he just lost, Stephanie, she was screwing this guy or having relations with him for 4 years, and then want to come and say somebody's being inappropriate, and then say how she wasn't protected in the workplace. But when you was in the workplace, you guys were being inappropriate. I mean, there can't be probably eyes on you 24/7. You should be ethical in some sort and wait till you get home to have sexual relations, period. I've heard about sexual relations in the workplace on both ends as consensual, and in like big companies and corporations, it's like this is what they do. But I have heard of that. So when he came in and he didn't even investigate and see how he can get in, he just came in, tried to create a bunch of noise, tried to throw out this and this and that. And then once the courts got in it and they kind of started deciphering through everything and evidence was presented, he lost. And so just the same thing here for Ti and Tiny. I know that Ti might have had some criminal backgrounds, but it had nothing to do with anything that he's being accused of, as far as like you're saying that he was sex trafficking, raping people, drugging people, and all of this stuff against their will. He doesn't have that in his background. And this attorney, Tyrone A. Blackburn, is just a clout chaser. So I really can't go for anything that he's saying right now. So I would definitely still have to stick with T.I. on this, unless there's something like for sure credible evidence that comes out, because they have not gotten any type of background or any type of trouble for the things that Sabrina Peterson is accusing anybody of. And Sabrina Peterson, remember guys, she's the one that started this whole thing. So if anything, it's like she needs to definitely, I don't know, like it's something definitely needs to happen to her, because she's been doing this since the 90s. She's been going around hurting people, and then she also go around and set people up as well. So I don't know, but in this case, it just seems like T.I. said, everything was consensual. Anything that him and his wife did in their bedroom, they knew who wanted to be a part of it. They know who liked doing the things that they do, and that's all that they're saying that they did. That is it. I don't see any evidence that has come out against them yet. I see Tyrone A. Blackburn, this attorney that's trying to make a name for himself, and he's pretty sloppy. So I wouldn't just take him at his word just because he's trying to create noise. At this time, I don't see anything still to support any of the allegations, so I'm definitely sticking with T.I. And I definitely would not compare T.I. to R. Kelly, because R. Kelly has already been going around for years and years, and hopes all celebrities need to learn from R. Kelly and see what not to do. But yeah, he was going around for years and years, constantly getting accused, constantly getting put out there with children. And T.I., this is like, I mean, I haven't seen anything in the news besides this guy being basically loving women, or maybe dating different women. But other than that, this is like the first time that this sort of high, strong allegation has come out about T.I. And so in that case, I don't know, what's going on. And then I do know, what was that one lady? I think her name Felicia something. I can't think of her name. But she was over that community. I can't think of what she was over. But anyway, T.I. had won something against them when they were trying to ban loud music or ban certain activities at the studio. And then it was like she felt taunted by him. And so it looks like after that, when he kind of got that victory, and then they said he said some other maybe things that maybe, she could have had some people just try to bring him down in another type of way. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to still keep you guys updated on this story. And like I said, I totally stand against anyone that hurts children, or anyone that would hurt anyone. Like but I don't believe that they drugged people. I believe that they might have done drugs with people. I believe that they might have had sex with people that wanted to have sex with them. I believe that what T.I. said, everything that was done in their bedroom was consensual. And so I haven't saw anything otherwise. The only thing I seen was crazy Sabrina come in and say whatever she's saying. But yeah, then I also saw a video of Shakina where she was just driving with a friend of hers, and she said she had a couple of drinks, but she was saying how her friends turn on her and she didn't even do nothing to them, and she basically ride and die for them. But she, her feelings was hurt. So I don't know if she was saying that Tiny and Ti cut her off, or is she saying some other people cut her off? Because I don't know. But she did say that, she just felt, I guess, hurt. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think Shakina is talking about Tiny and Ti just kind of stepping aside, doing their own thing, and just trying to, because even Shakina coming out saying those things, I don't think that that was detrimental to Tiny and Ti, because that's something that Shakina said. I didn't, if I'm accused of something and I didn't come out and say it, then that's not a word, or bond, because Shakina said something, but then Shakina retracted and said she just was talking out of anger and out the side of her neck. And so, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But anyways, make sure to hit the subscribe. I'm trying to get to like 2,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. So guys, hit the subscribe. Plus I'm going to keep you guys updated on this matter. But yeah, I'm not going for it. I'm still sticking with Ti on this, like I said, because I'm willing to give this guy and Tiny the benefit of the doubt, because I haven't heard anything about anything of this nature, of this sort about them. Yeah, they might be freaky. Yeah, they might like to do drugs and party or this or that. But as far as, the things that the people are coming out saying, and I clearly heard Sabrina coercing these people to go, and then coercing them to go to counseling and telling them the steps that they need to do to get an attorney. So they're not doing it for healing. They're just doing it just to act like something happened so that they can get money. And Sabrina was on here literally telling these people to do it. So I don't know. But then the guy, Tyrone A. Blackburn, said that he'll send evidence and send proof. But it looks like even on the state level, maybe the police haven't done anything, because maybe there's no probable cause. And so now they want to come out and say some disturbing things in the public to try to get it going and kind of force their hands to, at least at minimum, do an investigation. And then he says that T.I.'s attorney said that he wants to let's settle this. That's what attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn said. Steve Sato, or whatever his name is, he called and said, let's settle this. And he said, the only settling I want to do is to have Tiny and T.I. arrested for what they did to people. If somebody is, and then one of the people was supposed to be an Army veteran. If you're an Army veteran, you would know. I mean, it wouldn't take you years and years to know if you was abused. It wouldn't take Sabrina, who was a wounded soul to hate men, to come in and tell you that I think you was abused, and then you sit there and you say, you know what, I was abused. And then, did she tell you, go to counseling, go do this, go do that, call the police. It's COVID, just make a police report by phone, and then go do this. As soon as you go to that, set that up, call me and I'm going to get you hooked up. That is like such a joke. And it's like Sabrina need to be arrested for even joking and putting this out here like that, and just like playing with the legal system. Like, seriously. Now, like I said, I haven't saw anything whatsoever at this point that would make me change my mind as far as giving these people the benefit of the doubt and believing that this stuff, there was nothing illegal, this has taken place, because there's no evidence that says anything. But I am going to continue to give you a non-biased opinion. But for right now, I have to stand this way, because Sabrina Peterson sent those people, and then you're telling me that I think they said an ex-dancer as well. Now, I've never been a dancer. I don't know any dancers, so I don't know. But as a dancer, I don't know, do dancers take drugs? Is that something that they like to do to kind of numb their feelings and numb what's happening? Do they take drugs to try to, I don't know. Like, I would like to talk to a dancer to maybe see, like, about drugs, dancing, alcohol, because I don't think that this stripper would need to be forced to take drugs. It just doesn't make any sense. But like I said, I'll keep you guys updated as more facts unravel. But let me know what you guys think. Peace. Don't forget, hit the subscribe. Thanks. Peace.